Right, hello everybody, the Premier League season is over. I'm going to be reacting to my start of the season Premier League predictions to see if I got it right or got it a bit wrong. Obviously, before we start, like, subscribe, hit the bell notifications, let's do this. Okay, who I thought will get relegated, who will finish bottom three? Brighton, Sheffield United, and Newcastle. Oh my days. Obviously got that wrong. Obviously, it was Norwich, Bournemouth and Watford. What I thought of Brighton was the manager. I didn't think Graham Potter will be good enough. He came from one of the small European leagues. I'm not too sure, but I just didn't think they have enough quality. They're very good on the ball, but I just didn't think they had enough goals in them. They had alright defense, alright midfield, alright attack, but nothing spectacular. That's where I thought Sheffield United. Wow, got that horribly wrong. I'm sure all of us put them around the bottom. Hopefully everyone put them around the bottom. I knew they were a working class team. I knew they were different. I just thought the Premier League would be just too difficult for them, as simple as it is. And with Newcastle, Steve Bruce, they got rid of Rafa Benitez. They got rid of their two main strikers, Ayoze Perez, and obviously, who's that guy from? My word, how did I forget? What's his name? Oh yes, Rondo. So they had Rondo and Perez like in so many goals, and Rafa Benitez is going in a two-man pairing up top, and they're working so well. So they got rid of both of them. They bring in Steve Bruce, thinking, my word, how is this going to go? And I thought, I mean, they've got the fans, they've got the passion, but are they good enough? And I thought, yeah, and they finished what? They finished 13th. Sheffield United finished top then as well. So I got that horribly wrong at the start. Right, the next 5 teams, 13th to 17th. I've got 13th, I had Southampton. 14th, Norwich. 15th, Burnley. 16th, Palace. And 17th, Villa. No, not great. I mean, a couple of decent correct, I think. Okay, so I got Villa correct. I finished 17th. I just thought, like, in a big club, I thought they're just going to stay for some reason. I thought Grealish is going to get them out of the rot, and I was correct. Palace 16th. They finished 14th. And Burnley 15th. They finished 10th. I mean, I keep doubting Burnley, but Sean Dyche always does something well. 14th Norwich, that was a bit of a foolish. Southampton, I thought that was a good prediction by Southampton. They were in that position, and obviously the guy had a really good second half of the season. Danny Ings was absolutely on fire. So yeah, talk about those 5 teams. I just thought Palace, Roy Hodgson, I thought they were going to go a bit down. I thought nothing. I don't think Norwich was going to stay. Fuck me. Like, sometimes you look at yourself thinking, what am I doing? What is this knobhead doing? I got Villa correct. That's the only one correct we've got so far. Southampton, I'm guessing that should be a correct one. You know what I'm trying to say? But I'm massively wrong. Burnley, Norwich. Not great. Oh my days, 9 to 12. I cannot believe I've done this. So I had in 9th, Wolves, 10th, Watford. In 11th position, West Ham, and 12th, Bournemouth. So I thought he's going to finish mid-table to top 10. 2 of them got relegated. My word. So Watford in 10th, I predicted. Bournemouth 12th. I just thought that I got a good season. I mean, Wolves finished 7th. Watford obviously relegated. West Ham 11th. So basically relegated, basically. And what is it, 12th, Bournemouth as that is a shocking mid-table prediction. That is shocking. Wolves, I thought they were going to keep going, but I thought Europa League is going to be a bit more difficult for them. And they did decent. You know what, finished 7th. You just feel like Watford and West Ham are quite similar. They're in a mess. And the fact that I put them mid-table thinking, right, they haven't got a great manager, but you know what? They've got good players. You can just step up on a big occasion. They haven't got a good team, but they've got absolute game match winners in there thinking, right, they're going to get them over the line. Bournemouth, the front three, Wilson and King, Brooks. Harry Wilson scored absolutely some banging goals. I thought like individual brands will get them to mid-table. My, did I get that wrong? Okay, from 5th to 8th, I had in 5th position, in the Europa League positions, Man United and Leicester, 7th Chelsea and 8th Everton. I always trust Everton to do the right thing, thinking, okay, they're a big club, and thinking, right, but they always fuck it off. Always. Marcus, I rate Marcus for some stupid reason. I feel like I don't know what I'm thinking at all. At Watford, he did really well, thinking, right, Everton, get them up. They have some good players individually. I rate Gomez. I reckon he's one of the best midfielders in the league. I really rate him. He had the big injury, probably really cost Marcus Silva because he was brilliant under them last year. And then he's taken a while to come back from injury. Man United. they've got good players. I just thought they didn't have enough quality to finish in top four. They finished third. Leicester in sixth, almost got it right to finish fifth. With Brendan, I rate Brendan Rodgers as good. He's a good manager, isn't he? He's a decent manager. Very, very good players. They've got a goal scorer. They got a man up top who can score 20 goals a season, and that can come in a long way. Danny Ings, Vardy, those are so crucial to a team. But they even got the injuries at the end. Like Chilwell got injured at the end of the season. Pereira, one of the best players of the season, so injured, red card suspension, just cost them at the end. Chelsea 7th, transfer ban. Look, I'm pretty sure everyone predicted Chelsea to finish outside the top 4, so fair play for Lampard, fair play, honestly. Obviously, transfer ban, young players coming in, Abraham, Mount, inexperienced in that team, Azpilicueta, is he good enough to be a captain to lead that team to top 4? But they did well. The midfield, outstanding. Kovacic, I think he's brilliant. Pulisic, breakout season for him. He's going to go up to another level next year. And Everton, obviously, Marcus Silva got sacked. They were just unpredictable. They were just in the rut in December after the derby. They've got no pace in the midfield. The midfield is shocking. It is like terrible. Sigurdsson, Davies, Gomez, I think is brilliant, but him on his own is not good enough. They've got Sigurdsson, Gomez, Davies, Gabama, unluckily. He didn't have an injury before coming to Everton, and he's had 2 massive injuries since. Absolutely gutted for him because he's talented. He's a good guy. He's tall, quite quick. He's like the replacement for Agana Gay. They need that running in midfield, and unfortunately for him, he's got another injury. But Everton, I thought Richarlison is an absolute beauty. Calvert-Lewin since Dorky Ferguson come in for interim, and then obviously Ancelotti came in January, and then Alkit. Liverpool's under 11 slapped them up. It was such a good day for football. But Ancelotti day thought, like, gee willikers, what the fuck am I dealing with here? Absolute just garbage. They've got a couple absolutely talented players, but the keeper they need to replace. The little arms is they need to replace. He just makes mistakes. An arrogant little prick. Back home, is he got him to go? Branthwaite played a few games at the end for Everton. He looks like a good future. Holgate, I think he should be Everton's captain. I feel they've got no leaders in the team. They've got absolutely no leaders. And we're doing the Premier League, obviously, predictions for next season. In a few weeks' time, probably in about a month, just before next season starts, obviously. And Holgate, I think, should be Everton's captain. He's a little prick as well, but in a good way for Everton. Like, I remember he shows that he cares, and that's what you need. Everton haven't got that. Obviously, Leighton Baines told the world that he was retiring after the last match. And he's such a quiet man, Baines, but he lead from the front. He was such a good servant for the club. But yeah, it's Everton, a bit of a roster. Ancelotti, they need to just stock up that midfield, maybe get another centre-back, maybe even replace a keeper, because Pickford is just... He's not good enough, is he? He's just not good enough. Oh my days. In 3rd and 4th, I put Tottenham and Arsenal. Look, I'll be real. I thought they were doing okay, man. Putting him in the Champions League spot. Tottenham, obviously, in a rot. Sacked Pochettino. They were in 14th position. Obviously, brought in Jose Mourinho. But I thought, Champions League final, it actually hurt them. They had a poor second half of the season. And they had just absolute Champions League. You just need a couple of good games to get through. And I mean that in the most, just like, you know what I mean? You just need a bit of luck your way. It's a cup semis, quarterfinals. You need luck go your way. You need just things going your way, obviously, as well as quality. And they got to the Champions League final, and they did play okay in the final, but just, we were too good for them. And then I thought Pochettino's going to rival them out. We're going to get some new players in Ndombele. I think Ndombele is a class player. But obviously he hasn't been great. Mourinho obviously doesn't like him at all. They haven't got fullbacks as well. They need new centre backs. Keeper has done well this season. Harry Kane's been injured. Son's been injured, suspended a couple of times. Lucas Moura hasn't done much. They brought in Bergwijn. He looks okay. But let's move on to, Tottenham finished 6th, so it wasn't the worst prediction in the world. But it is. They were 14th in about November, October. They were in the rot, and they brought in Mourinho. Onto Arsenal. They won the transfer window. I feel like fans care about winning the transfer window more than winning the Premier League. They won the transfer window. They brought in Nicolas Pepe for about 70, 100 million. They brought in David Luiz, Ceballos on the loan. Tini, I thought was a good buy, but he was injured first of the season, so unfortunate for him. They brought in also Saliba. He's going to come in next season. So obviously they're building for the future, and obviously Unai Emery got sacked. Freddie Lumbo came in to do interim for about a month and a half, and then they appointed Mikel Arteta, who I think is a very, very good manager. Based on what? I don't know. It just looks like he's a good manager. So they finished 8th. I don't know why I picked them in 4th. Because they were gassing up. I need to stop looking at Arsenal fans gassing up, because I know I haven't got a fucking clue. I've just got to look at my vision and say, okay, what do I actually think? Not what others think, what's going to happen. Because they were saying 3rd, they were going to challenge for the title. And then they're in 10th, 15th position. They sacked Emery. And it all goes tits up. And they brought in Arteta, which is a good appointment, but it was a shocking season for Arsenal. They're a 4 out of 10 season for Arsenal. Oh my way. And obviously the top 2, I predicted Liverpool to finish 1st, Man City to finish 2nd. I got those 2 correct, and thank fuck I got that correct. We are champions of England. The champions of England. We are the champions of England. Champions of the world. Champions of England. Champions of the land. So yeah, it looked like my predictions at the top 2 went well. Let's talk about Man City before we talk about the best team in the fucking world. Was it a good season? Probably not. I mean, I'm talking about Premier League season only. They won the League Cup. They didn't go. They went to the FA Cup semi-finals. Obviously, still in the Champions League, facing Real Madrid next week. It's a weird one with Man City, isn't it? They can beat teams 5-6-0 every week if they want, but they lose too many games, and that cost them at the end. 9 games. It has been a really, really poor season by standards. Obviously, they finished 81 points. And didn't Leicester win it by 81 points a few seasons ago in the Premier League? It's a mad thing when you talk about with that squad, you need to be finishing at least 90, 95 points with that squad. And I'm not being funny as well. I'm not being funny. They've got such a fucking good squad. Have you seen this squad? It's probably the best assembled squad in history, apart from maybe AC Milan in about mid-2000s. But that squad, they haven't got a good defense. The keeper makes too many non-keeper mistakes, if that makes sense. So with the ball at his feet, he makes too many. Is that fair to say? With his ball at his feet, is that the right thing to say? I mean, because he's really good with the ball at his feet, but he's making too many non-goalkeeper mistakes. Ball at your feet, not concentrating well. His saves are all right. He's in a good position, and he's normally all right. But it's just making too many mistakes. The defense needs working. They need a left back. They need a centre back. Don't know if Eric Garcia is good enough for them. Right back, I thought Kyle Walker was one of the players that did all right this season, along with obviously Kevin De Bruyne. He is, in my opinion, he's my favorite player in the world. Apart from Liverpool players, obviously he's my favorite player in the world just to watch, because I think he is superb. I think he's the best midfielder in the world. He's just such a talented squad. But once they lose Aguero, they haven't got that clutch, clinical strike up front. I think Jesus is talented. He's a talented motherfucker. But he hasn't got that clinical clutch moment in him. Good player, but needs improvement in finishing quality. Let's talk about Liverpool, huh? Let's talk about the champions. Was I a bit biased to keep putting them first? I mean, biased or not, I got it correct, to be fair. But I felt like we're mentality monsters, aren't we? The players, they fall short, and they'll go again next season. We lost the Champions League final. We still talked about. We lost the Champions League final in 2018. Next year we won it. We finished 2nd in the Premier League, getting so many points. Finishing 97 points in the Premier League season where you finish 2nd. It's quite hard to take. It is. It's something like you sort of like think to yourself, what else could you do? What else could you do? But we went on. We went on and we did better. 99 points. We won more games. We drew less games. We lost more games, but we finished first. It's crazy, the Premier League. It's absolutely crazy. And it's a hard league to win. Man City, Man United, it's a quite hard league to win. But we did it well. Every player stepped up. We had Alisson injured for about 2-3 months. No worries. Adrian will step in, do the right thing. Matip, Lovren, Gomez had their times of being injured. They all did a great job. Midfield, Naby Keita stepped in a couple of times. He did well. Fabinho was injured for 3 months. No worries. Put Henderson in 6. He did amazing. This team just absolutely just defies all expectations. and it just works hard. They know the role, they know what to do in that position, they know how to game manage. Aston Villa 1-0 down, 87th minute. No worries, we can still do it. It's not Fergie time anymore, it's Kloppage time. Boys and girls, if you've enjoyed this video, make sure you like and subscribe, hit the button notification, follow me on social media platforms, subscribe to my second channel, link in the description down below, and I'll see you guys later.